Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at a practical for the basic shapes mini series, and this will be for the CAD feature. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we head into the program here. Now, we've already covered all the basic primitive shapes. So we've got the rectangle, circle, and we've got the triangle and the oblong. We've got two versions of that. So what I want you guys to do in this practical, it's gonna require you to think a little bit out the box when it comes to placement, seeing that we haven't covered that properly yet. But what I want you guys to do is add one shape of each next to each other. And then with a oblong though, make sure that you try add one on a vertical plane and one on a horizontal plane. So you have at least two of those. And that will kind of help you guys with understanding the angle and the placement. But otherwise pause here, try it. If you find it done and you don't come right, or perhaps you do but you're curious, then you can just run through, I will run through the process I took to place this. Otherwise pause here and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys tried that, but I'm going to quickly run through this with you guys. So I'm going to just select all these shapes and remove them. First of all, I'm going to start with my rectangle. I'm going to leave my origin on center, just because all of these other shapes work with center. It will make the placement a little bit more simple. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 100 by 100, so width and height. Then say OK. Then single placement, click, leave everything as is and say place. There we have our first shape. Then I'm going to go to the circle, or the circular one. Go 100 again, keep the dimensions very similar. Single placement. For some I'm going to go about 110, so we've got a little bit of a spacing on the x-axis. Say OK and place that. Now I'm going to go to the triangle instead, because I want two unique placements next to that. So I'm going to make this one's height, let's say 80. I don't want to be exactly square to the width, or exactly the same height as the width. So I'll make the width 100, say OK, go to placement, and this time I'm going to go to 220. We've got our triangle. Now I'm going to go to the oblong. This one gets a bit more complicated, so I'm going to make the width 100, height 50. Not 500. Say OK, placement, and then I'm gonna go this time 330. Say OK. There we've got that one. Now let's have the variation. So if you guys can remember, we set these settings the same. Instead we just put a nice little 90-degree angle there, rotation. Say OK, and then I'm gonna say placement. This time I'm gonna just cut off a little bit. Instead of going 440, I'm gonna go 430, just so it fits in a bit more snugly. And there we go, we've got all our shapes, or basic primitive shapes, placed. And like I mentioned before, this can be a great building block. Like you can use a triangle on top of the square and create another shape, or perhaps put a circle around a triangle, and then you can have like a circular cutout with an inner cutout of a triangle, as you can imagine. So you can use this also as a base combined with these tools on the left to create more unique things. But otherwise that is it on the practical. I hope you guys enjoyed the little mini series. It's really just the introduction to basic shapes. So there's a lot more advanced things we can do, which we will try cover in future videos. But otherwise in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. And you guys can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.